Hi everybody, welcome back to that Eurovision site. Sorry about the background noise, but we are in London, and as you can see, the four of us plus a guest from ESC Fan TV, Joe, we're actually in the same room for the first time.
First time ever. I'm so happy.
Yeah. I was going to say, we're here because we're here for the London Eurovision Party, but it's been a few days and we haven't had a chance to discuss this, but we're talking about the running order for the 2022 Eurovision Song Contest. I'm not going to beat around the bush, I think we're just going to get into it, but okay then, so for...
I see it. Take it away.
Take it away. Yeah.
Good to go.
Okay then, so we're going to go delve into the first semi-final straight away. On the first half, we have Albania, Latvia, Lithuania, Switzerland, Slovenia, Ukraine, Bulgaria, Netherlands, and rounding it off is Moldova. On the second half, we have Portugal, Croatia, Denmark, Austria, Iceland, Greece, Norway, and rounding up the first semi-final is Armenia. Okay, let's start things off. Rory, what stands out to you?
I think the main thing for me is sort of Armenia closing out the semi-final. I kind of had predicted that it would be like that. It seems to have come as a bit of a surprise to quite a lot of fans, because it's not as high tempo as maybe Austria would be, or maybe even Norway as well. But the thing is with Armenia is that it has a really good beat to it. It has an anthemic feel, you feel thoroughly satisfied after listening to it, and I think that's kind of something that you want to have a nice natural conclusion to. So that was the main thing for me. I also am kind of a little bit shocked that Lithuania is in third place. I kind of was thinking maybe it would come a little bit later, maybe in between a kind of more upbeat songs such as Ukraine or Moldova, but I'm just hoping that might be something good for her.
Yeah.
So.
What surprised you, Rosie?
I think sort of the two things that surprised me, which aren't really surprises in terms of the running order, and I think it's mostly to do with just sort of how the draw has gone and how the songs have gone. Sort of the second half of that semi-final is just absolutely full of some incredibly beautiful, emotional female ballads, but it's full of emotional female ballads. We've got Portugal, Croatia, Iceland, Greece, Armenia, all beautiful songs, all absolutely incredible performers, and I just imagine just how difficult trying to order that was. Honestly, I think it's going to be difficult for a lot of them to really stand out, and I'm worried because I love pretty much all of them, and I don't really want to lose any of them, but I'm kind of resigned to the fact that I probably will. I think the other thing as well is I was a little surprised at Ukraine coming in 6th. I was thoroughly expecting the EBU to put them in the first spot of the running order, just because I think it would make such an incredibly powerful statement. Remember last year where they had the Roop with Discotheque in the first spot, and that song was so fitting for the time. It was absolutely the perfect song to start off Eurovision 2021 after the pandemic, and I thought that they may well do similarly with Ukraine and have them in that first spot. Albania is a fantastic opener. I have no issues with them being in that place. I'm just a little surprised that Ukraine didn't go in that spot.
Yeah. Jazzi, which country where you felt that okay, I'm not actually surprised that they put you there?
I would say maybe Switzerland and Slovenia. I feel like they go quite nicely next to each other, and Switzerland's quite ballady, and I feel like a fourth spot for a song that's quite ballady is probably where it would go, especially if it's after Lithuania, which is quite unique, and it's before Slovenia, which is quite upbeat, but it's a different type of upbeat, as in it's funky disco-y type song. I guess those two were the least surprising, and maybe Moldova as well, going right at the end of the first half of semi-1. I don't think that's a surprise either. I think ending the first half on an upbeat note.
How about for you, Joe? Did anything shock shock you when you first saw that running order?
Yeah, Latvia being second, I'm not going to lie. I think I'm really surprised they put it at death number 2, which is like obvious, but also I thought it might have been the opener, if I'm really honest. Every single time, and I think all across everyone that I've spoken to, we all think the same thing. Latvia being 2 isn't the right position for them.
For me, I would say that I agree with what Rosie said. I would have thought that something more upbeat would end it. So Austria and Latvia being second, I was just like, okay, maybe the EBU and the head of show was just trying to maybe challenge the myth of like, okay, death slot, are you actually a death slot? I think that's what they're trying to do. It's like same with Monica. It's like 2 and 3. Like I think looking at previous running orders, they have the lower chance of qualifying. I think they're trying to challenge her. It's like, you know, that the running order does not matter. But okay, then let's swiftly move on. Okay, we have got the second semi-final, and we have Finland, Israel, Serbia, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Malta, San Marino, Australia. Rounding off the first half, Cyprus. And then on the second half, we have Ireland, North Macedonia, Estonia, Romania, Poland, Montenegro, Belgium, Sweden, and rounding up the whole semi-finals is Czech Republic. Let's do it in the flip order. How about you, Joe? Any surprises on there?
Not so much surprises. I think that's pretty clever this time, I'm not going to lie. I think having the Czech Republic last, having Cyprus round off the first half, and then starting with something like Brook in the second half for Ireland, I think that is very clever. And I think most of all, Finland actually opening, absolutely fabulous choice. I think they've done a much better job with the second semi than the first.
You know, say like, I think they did that in UMK as well, didn't they? They opened the whole shows like, and then just rolled it over. It's like, why not? It
Fabulous.
works. How about you, Rosie? Any shocks on the positions or?
No major shocks, I think. I think probably... I mean, I've got a lot of thoughts on the running order. The one I'm possibly the most worried about is possibly Serbia. I think it's incredibly clever, and I think it does stand out, but it is between Israel, which is so high energy and so high power, and Azerbaijan, which is another sort of big, powerful, ballady sort of song that I kind of worry a little bit about it really making sure it stands out, and I really hope Constructor's got something fantastic up her sleeve, which I'm sure she does. I think the Czech Republic is a fantastic closer. I absolutely cannot wait for that. And the other one that I was quite interested in was the sort of the section towards the end of the first half, so Georgia, Malta, San Marino, Australia, Cyprus. I think that's quite an interesting set of running orders. I actually had San Marino down as my opener because I think the way that the song sort of starts quite slow and then builds up to that really rousing, anthemic, chanty chorus I thought would really get the crowd going. So I really had that as my show opener, and I'll be really interested to see now how that comes between that really sort of anthemic pop that is Malta and then that incredibly powerful ballad that is Australia.
How about you, Rory? Is there anywhere where you felt, actually no, I'm not surprised that you landed on that spot?
I think for me that would really kind of be Australia. I think kind of coming after San Marino, like you've got something that's so high power and energy, and then to immediately just kind of bring it immediately back down and just go for something so deep and meaningful and so ballady. It just seemed like the perfect fit, so that came as no surprise really. Again, I think my worry, I think, for this semi-final is Belgium. I think it's practically been killed off in this running order because it's coming after Montenegro, which is such like a, again, Balkan ballad, so representative of like that culture. It's so dramatic, and then performing right before Sweden, which is like the main sort of fan favorite. I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, like I feel sorry for him, but also at the same time, I really hope that he has some killer staging to really sort of pull it out the bag, essentially.
Yeah. How about you, Jazzi? Is there anywhere where you felt actually no, you were shocked that they were put in that position?
I was kind of shocked that, Serbia. I think it just deserves a better slot than that. I think it's so unique and so different to anything that's in the contest. I thought third was a little harsh, and I guess I was kind of shocked that Israel's second and not opening, because it's just such a high tempo, high energy song, which would be your typical opener, but I totally understand why the Rasmus are opening at the same time. I just don't know whether I'd have put Israel second.
Yeah. And I think for me, the only thing I'm going to say is, why is it when North Macedonia always draws second half? Most of the times they were put 11th. Yeah. Like, that's a few times now. What's going on?
It's like Croatia, because Croatia is like someone like they have always drawn between like 11th and 14th place. Like it seems like they're like niche, if you know what I mean.
Like Albania with coming second in the grand final.
But it did better than most things. Like it's like prove us wrong. Okay, fine. Like there's another entry that could have gone in second spot, but no, you chose that. But for me, I would say I agree with Joe. I think they've done this quite well, and we're ending it on a bang with We Are Domi, and with the revamp it does look kind of nice. Okay, then that's our initial thoughts of the running order. Thanks very much for watching. If you like what you saw, then please press the like, subscribe, push the notification bell for us so you'll be one of the first ones to view. Joe, thank you very much for coming in behalf of ESC Fan TV. Do you want to promote your socials quickly?
Oh, absolutely. So escfantv.com, and on YouTube, click like and subscribe on there as well. And we love that Eurovision site, and we love to be in collaboration with you guys. Thank you so much.
All right, then. Well, anyways, thank you very much. We are going to go off and do the respective interviews, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.